Okay, so today we will be actually starting with just a second. Visible नहीं है. Mm, yeah, it's visible now. So today we are going to start with like numerical and statistical computing. And in the numerical and statistical computing, we are going to basically deal with the concept of probability distribution. So probability distribution. Now, here the first thing which arises into the picture, that is the topic random variable. So first thing which we will be learning about, that is random variable. And when we talk about random variable, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड एट व्हाट इट इज नॉट. लाइक यस, ये ज़रूरी होता है जानना कि क्या होता है रैंडम वेरिएबल, बट वी विल बी गोइंग विद द रिवर्स टेक्निक. एंड फर्स्टली वी विल बी अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि क्या नहीं है, ताकि हम लोग ये समझ सकें कि क्या है. सो फर्स्टली लेट्स टॉक अबाउट दैट व्हाट इज इट नॉट. सो रैंडम वेरिएबल इज नॉट अ फंक्शन. Random variable is not a function, first thing. But oh, I'm really sorry. Random value, I'm really sorry actually. It's I wanted to say it's not random. It's not random, and it's not a variable. Yes, I am just telling you that random variable is neither random nor variable. Only the name is random variable. What it is actually, what it is actually, it is a function. एक्चुअली मैंने थोड़ा सा उल्टा बोल दिया था, सॉरी फॉर डैट. बट हाँ, रैंडम वेरिएबल जो होता है वो एक ना ही रैंडम है वो बाय नेचर, और ना ही एक वेरिएबल है. एक्चुअली बाय नेचर जो रैंडम वेरिएबल है वो एक फंक्शन होता है. अब बात आती है कि फंक्शन होता है तो कैसे वर्क करेगा. तो फंक्शन होता क्या है और कैसे, क्या मतलब इसकी फंक्शनैलिटीज होंगी अगर ये एक फंक्शन है, नाम भले ही इसका रैंडम वेरिएबल है. तो यहाँ पर क्या है, लाइक व्हाट इज अ फंक्शन, और किस चीज़ का फंक्शन है ये. सो function of what it is. So like it's a function of sample space. जैसे सेट में हमारे पास सेट्स होते हैं, सेट में हमारे पास सैम्पल स्पेसेस बनते हैं. सो लाइक इट्स अ फंक्शन ऑफ सैम्पल स्पेस. इट्स अ फंक्शन ऑफ सैम्पल स्पेस. सैम्पल स्पेस का है. अभी जैसे कि बात आती है कि वो सैम्पल स्पेस क्या होंगे, वो कुछ इवेंट्स पे वर्क करेगा जो कि एक लाइक आउटकम्स होंगे सैम्पल स्पेस में रखे जाएंगे. तो जो भी आपका लाइक सेट क्रिएट होता है या आपको एक सैम्पल स्पेस मिलता है, उस सैम्पल स्पेस में अकर करने वाले जो इवेंट्स हैं उनके आउटकम्स पर ये रैंडम वेरिएबल जो है वो वर्क करता है. But random variable, again I will be saying this, that it's not a variable, neither it is random nor it is a variable. It's actually a function. So like let me tell this thing to you, what would be exactly the definition of the random variable. So if we just go for the definition of the random variable, so we can say that random variable, which is actually a function, is to link or associate each outcome in the sample space. सो ईच आउटकम इन द सैम्पल स्पेस, जो आपके आउटकम्स आ रहे हैं उनको लिंक करने के लिए, उनको एसोसिएट करने के लिए हम रैंडम वेरिएबल की बात करते हैं. विद अ रियल नंबर. किससे लिंक कर रहे हैं? विद अ रियल नंबर. एक रियल नंबर के साथ हम सैम्पल स्पेस के आउटपुट्स को, आउटकम्स को लिंक करते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, let's take if we have two coins and we toss them. So then the sample space, like we are having two coins. I'm writing here we have two coins. So two coins हैं अगर हमारे पास and we toss them. So what would be the sample space for that? So for that the sample space, like we can denote the sample space with the alphabet S. So S equals to, and we will be giving the sample space like this, like we are having two coins and two coins we are having. So दोनों coins में हमारे पास head होगा और tail होगा, head होगा और tail होगा. So accordingly we will be having the sample space for it, right? So we will be like having two heads, suppose, or we can have one head, one tail, like one head from this coin, one tail from this coin, or maybe both are giving heads, or maybe one tail and one head, or maybe both the tails. So these are the possible outcomes of this particular example. That if we are having two coins and we are tossing them, so the possible outcomes of it could be head head, head tail, tail head, and tail tail. And the name of the function or the random variable is actually can be given by capital alphabets. So like when we talk about the name of a function, or as I said, you can say it random variable, as it's actually known as the random variable only. So it is actually denoted with the help of capital alphabets. So the capital alphabet could be like that the denotation is taken with the capital alphabets, and what are the alphabets which are taken into the picture? Either it is capital X or it is capital Y. So here I am just taking it as capital X for now. So here I am taking capital X. So let's define the function now, like the function which we have created. This is like the sample space, and according to that we will be working on the function. Function means the random variable we are going to calculate. So let's define the function for that. So x equals to number of heads, suppose I'm taking. Now the function could be anything, number of heads, number of tails, according to the question, according to the sample space we will be having it. So suppose in this particular like question, as we are having the sample space of head and tails, so if the question says that the function is to give the number of heads, so this will be denoted in this, like we will be writing it right like this. And how we will be coming with the outcomes, so this can be created in such a way. Suppose here I am writing sample spaces. Head is the sample space, head tail is the sample space, tail head is the sample space, and tail tail is the sample space. So these are the sample spaces. And now the value of x which we have to actually calculate, how it will be coming. Here we are having like two heads. Why we are taking two here? Because we are counting about the number of heads. So as we are working on the number of heads, so here the number of head is 2, here the number of head is 1, here the number of head is 1, and here the number of head is 0. So now this x denotes the random variable, and we are calculating the random variable. So this is basically x random variable will always have a real number as an output. So this is like x, and these can be denoted by xi. Xi means this is x0, x1, x2, and x3. So the values of these particular sample spaces which we are calculating with the random function will be known as like small xi, like whatever number is it goes with iterations, I for iterations, and capital X is basically the function, that is the random variable. Okay, so let's let me show you what we have talked about till now. So this we have seen till now, please take a look at it and then we can move further. This much clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. So let's move further, and like I'm just continuing the concept here, and like what I'm going to tell now. Now I'm just going to tell you that when we talk about the random variable, actually, so it can be of two types. Like random variable is having two natures. Either it can be discrete or it can be continuous. So here I'm writing it. It can be discrete in nature or it can be continuous in nature. So if we talk about that, it's just going smaller. Okay, yeah. If we talk about the discrete or continuous, like let's first of all take the example for the continuous one. So the example for the continuous could be let's say height of people. So here I am taking an example, height of people is standing maybe in a line or in a queue. So height of people, and height of people could be like let's say 1.7, 1.8 feet, like not feet, and in 1.74. So this way, like it could be in decimals, like it is a continuous value, it could be anything, and it's not countable even, because every time, like it's not 5 feet always, or it could be like 5 feet, it could be 5.1, 5.13, anything, but actually it's continuous value, it's not a discrete value, it's not countable. So here I'm just writing that continuous but not countable. And it can be denoted by like x in r, because it would be real number, because according to the definition it will be lying in the real numbers, so it will be, okay, sorry, you can say like 0 less than equals to x less than equals to 1. So it lies between this 0 and 1 actually. And like the, you can see the fractional values, so it's not countable, it's continuous. Now when we talk about a discrete, so discrete could be having the natural numbers, like directly 1 2 3 4, these kind of natural numbers would be there, and they are actually the countable ones. So they are the countable ones, and these are the natural numbers which I have written here. I am taking the example of natural number here. Here we took the example of height of people. Now, like you can say, throwing a dice, tossing a coin could be example here, like for the discrete values, because when we throw a dice, so a dice can be having the value like 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now when we talk about 1 2 3 4 5 6, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 is continuous sorry, discrete value, because they are having the natural like whole numbers kind. 1 2 3 4 is there, and it is countable. And if we talk about tossing a coin, so coin could also have the discrete values itself. So those could be the examples of the discrete, like here I'm writing throwing a dice or tossing a coin are the examples of it. So what happens actually, like we consider that we are having a function, with that we get the outcomes, and that comes from the random variable. Like random variable itself is a function, so random variable is a function, and it gives some outcomes, and those values could be the real numbers. So either it is discrete or continuous, still it will be remaining the real numbers itself. Okay, so next thing, like let's take one question for that one. Like this was the definition which we discussed right now. So now I will be going with the question, like I will be explaining one question for it. So let's start with it. Okay, so I'm taking one question to understand the random variable and discrete probability distribution. So the question is an example kind of thing, which like these kind of questions come into the examinations also. So we will be discussing about I will be discussing about here about random variable and discrete probability distribution. So these things we will be getting as the output actually in this particular question which we are saying. And the question is about toss two coins, suppose. Toss two coins, because this is probability. So these kind of questions would be there. Tossing of the coins, some card related questions, some you can say dice related questions. So would be there. So now when we are tossing a coin, so what could be the outcomes of the sample space? So here I am writing outcomes, or you can also call it sample space. Simply as previous, because it is a coin, so either it would be head head, head tail, tail head, and tail tail. And the random variable for that, like we have already seen that in the previous program or previous question also. Random variable capital X, function which we denote with the help of capital X, and the values like for number of heads we are taking here, so we should write here x, and the given one is number of heads. So for the number of heads we are getting it, either it was number of tails, then also it would be same in that case for number of tails also. Now how we will be getting the probability distribution? Like this, we have talked about the random variable. First thing we have calculated, if we want the random variable, so these are the values for the random variable. But what would be the probability distribution for that? So let's see. Actually what happens, let's say it's a function. Suppose it's a function, and what we are providing, we are providing the sample space, and what we are getting, we are getting the real numbers. So we are getting the real numbers out of it. Okay, so now if we talk about probability distribution, it's writing the probability for random variables. So the meaning of probability distribution, the definition you can say for the probability distribution is, I'm writing here, probability distribution is writing the probability for the random variable. So for random variable we will be writing the probabilities. So that is probability distribution. So let's see the probability distribution for this one. Here we will be seeing it. Here I am just creating a chart for the probability distribution. So now what are the common outcomes here? In this particular question we are getting three outcomes, three unique outcomes are here. First is this 2 and 1 and 2 0, like 1 1 is common, so like 2 1 and 0, three outcomes are actually present here. So those outcomes we will be writing here actually. So that I am giving here 0 1 and 2, these values we are having. And this is like what, this is xi, as I told you before also, that this is capital X and this is xi. So this is x0, x1, x2, x3, but this is like, these all values are denoted by small xi, so that's why we have written here small xi. Now when we calculate the probability distribution, so we will be taking p of this small xi. So when we will be calculating the p of this small xi, that means how many times the 0 is occurring out of 4. We will be calculating actually how many times it's occurring out of 4. Why out of 4? Because the sample space is having 4 values. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 we are having here. So 4 we are having, so like it's coming, 0 is coming one time only. So it will be 1 by 4. This is the probability distribution of 0 in this particular question. Then it comes to 1. 1 is coming twice. So we will be taking 2 by 4, because the probability distribution of 1 in this particular question is 2 times of, like 1 is coming twice. And 2 is again coming once only. So it will be again 1 by 4 only. So this way we get it. After that we will be giving the actually the probability distribution calculation. So here we will be, like with the help of table we will be getting it, and we will be summing up. This is the same symbol to sum it. So to sum it we are taking here 1 by 4 plus 2 by 4. We do not have to actually calculate it, like we do not have to make it 1 by 2. We will be keeping it this 1 by like the denominator we will try to keep same only, so it will be better calculation. So 4 1 plus 2 plus 1, it will be 4 by 4, and 4 by 4 is it still 1 only. So that means the probability here is 1. So as you know, the value of the probability lies between 0 and 1 only. So in this particular we get the probability that is greater than 0, and that is 1 here. So let me show you this particular question, the complete question in one picture. Okay, now it is completely visible to you. Just take a look. It's actually, we can actually draw the graph also for this. But like right now, first of all, see this. Then I'll be drawing the graph for this also. This much is clear.
Yes.
Very good. So what I am going to do, like we have got this distribution, we have got these values. Now here in the space, I am going to draw the graph for this particular distribution. So let's draw it. So the distribution, like you can say, the graph represents for the probability distribution itself. So here I'm just taking graph like this. Okay. So the values are 0, 1 and 2 itself, and this is the line going for x small xi, and this will be the pxi. Now this 0, like it is 1 by 4, this is p0. Then like 1 is 2 by 4, so it will be double of it. So it's going to be like this. Let's say this much we are taking it here. P1 is 2 by 4, and this 2 is again this much only, so it's going to be P2 is 1 by 4. So this way we plot the graph for it according to the distribution values. We get the graph for it, and it's completely in front of you now. So this is one
Yes,
question.
ma'am.
Like these kind of questions come in the examinations also. Now the next question, let's see one more question for it. I'm just flipping it. So the next question is a very simple one. It's just a judgment, you can say, or checking for the random variable. That is like, can a random variable be negative or have a negative value? We have to check it. Negative output, it comes in 2 3 marks, it can come this kind of judgment or judgmental questions. So can a random variable have a negative output? So we will be taking the example for it up like by ourselves only. They are just asking a statement. So solution, let's see the solution. Here I'm taking like 2 coins again. I'm taking 2 coins are tossed. So we have to take such example by ourselves in which it is given the negative value, if it gives the negative value. If it is possible to get the negative value in this case, so we will be obviously taking such example in which we will be getting it. So here I am taking 2 coins are tossed. So the sample space for this will be HH, HT, TH and TT. So this we will be having. So here x, like we are taking the function, that is the random variable, you know, is a function. So what function we are creating here? We are this time creating that denotes number of heads subtract of tails, subtract of tails. That means we will be minusing, like we will be subtracting tails value from head. So this could be also a function. It's not always that the function random variable function would be number of heads or number of tails. So it can be anything. It could be multiplication, it can be division, it can be subtraction. Like here I have taken denote number of heads subtract of tails. That means head minus tail. So function can be written like this in a statement. So what I am taking now, how we will be subtracting it. So obviously 4 outcomes are there, so I have created it. For head we are taking, so it will be 2. So double head, it is 2 head, like there is no tail actually. Then head tail, so 0, because like here we are having like, then we are having tail head, so here also will be having 0. And when we are having tail, so it will be having -2, because we have to like minus like the number of heads, sorry, the number of tails from the heads. So one head one tail, so it will be 0, and one tail one head, so it will be like this, and tail, so it's going to be minus 2. So now as you know that we have got the value -2, so the output of a random variable is always a real number. Therefore the output of a random variable can be a negative number also. So I'm just writing this particular statement, because in such cases you have to write it also. So here I'm writing the output of a random variable is always a real number. Therefore, the output of a random variable can be a negative number too, negative number also. So that's the justification of this, that can a random variable negative can give negative output also. Okay, so this way it goes. Now let's see one more question for this, and let's see one more question. So moving further, now the next question is actually the discrete random variable x, like we will be taking few values, and few distributions are actually given. So let's see that. The question is, the discrete random variable x, because we denoted with the x, like it's already given in the question actually, can take only the values 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 values it can take. So the probability distribution of x is given below. So what is the distribution that's actually given here with a chart, and the question would be for it is determine the value. I'm writing it. The question says determine the value of constants a and b. So if probability x greater than equals to 2 equals to 3p x less than 2, this is the formula, and the chart of the question, given question is this: a comma x equals to 0, 1 and 2, and b comma x equals to 3, 4 and 5. So this much is given in the question. This is the question, and for this, now what we will be doing, we will be first of all forming a chart according to these values. According to these values we will be forming the chart, and then we will be calculating it. So here we can see that a is having 0, 1, 2 and b is having 3, 4, 5, and this is p. So let's we are having x values are 0, 1 to 5. I'm telling this once again because I'll be just shifting the page for a while. So here we have it. I'm taking this solution here. So for x we are having 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These values are given for the x in the question itself, and even in the question itself it's given pxi also, that a and b. What is it? Let me tell this once again now. So here you can see in the question it says a is having 0, 1, 2. So for 0, 1, 2 we have written a. For b it is 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for 3, 4, 5 we will be taking b. Now after this we have the formula given here in the question only. So this formula we will be considering into the picture to solve this. Let's do that. So here I am taking px greater than equals to 2 equals to 3 px less than 2. So the values, for that only we will be taking b equals to 3a. Why? Because 3 into p less than 2 we are taking. So less than 2 is a, 3 times you are having a, and b is b is here x greater than 2. So what we have actually, we can just take it as the equation 1. Then for this summation we will be having equals to 1, like the probability maximum value we take. So probability maximum value is 1 only. So the summation would be a plus a plus a plus b plus b plus b equals to 1. So we have 3a plus 3b equals to 1. So we will be like we have b equals to 3a. So as we have b equals to 3a, so I am replacing this with the 3a and like 3b, and then we will be having 1 here, and we will be having 4b equals to 1 and b equals to 1 by 4. So this is the second equation. Now from 1 and 2 what we get? From 1 and 2 what we get? 3a equals to 1 by 4. That means a equals to like 1 by under root, oh sorry, what I am writing, 1, sorry, a equals to 1 by 12. So what we got? We got like value of b and value of a. This is done here. Just take a look at it once.
Okay.
So okay, I will be sharing some related question with you for this one, and I'm just a second. Let me just check one more thing. Stopping the screen share for now. Okay, I'm just like going for the second part of this question also, like as you know that this was the first part of this question. So values like the chart, like this is same, and this was the like this will be same, this will be the this was the first part, and one second part is also there. Let's see that second part also now. So let's start with it, b part for this question. Let's see what the b part says. What is the question in that? That is, determine the probability that the sum of two independent observations of this distribution exceeds 7. सात लाइक द वैल्यू 7, सात वैल्यू जो है वो एक्सीड होनी चाहिए. सो पी एक्स इक्वल्स टू स्मॉल एक्स इक्वल्स टू, ये हम लोग को लाइक रिप्रेजेंट करना है डेट इट्स एक्सीड 7. सो मतलब कैलकुलेट करेंगे तो पता चलेगा कर रही है कि नहीं, नहीं कर रही होगी देन वी विल राइट इट डज नॉट एक्सीड, एंड इफ एक्सीड्स सो इट विल बी ऑब्वियसली एक्सीडिंग. So this is the question, and this is the probability distribution given in the question. And now I'll have to like form chart for it again. Like either it is given, अगर like क्वेश्चन में दिया हुआ है और वही सेम चार्ट बन भी रहा है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल यहाँ पर तो वैल्यू सेम है तो सेम चार्ट बनेगा, बट वी हैव टू क्रिएट इट अगेन फॉर आर लाइक सेकंड पार्ट है तो सेकंड पार्ट तो हम पूरा करेंगे ना. लाइक 5 मार्क्स का क्वेश्चन था, अगर 2.5 मार्क्स इसके लिए थे, 2.5 मार्क्स उसके लिए थे, सो ऑब्वियसली बात है अगर हम यहाँ से चार्ट स्किप कर देंगे कि भाई ए में तो बना चुके हैं, सो इट विल नॉट वर्क बिकॉज इट्स नॉट नेसेसरी दैट ऑलवेज दिस वैल्यू विल बी सेम. इस क्वेश्चन में इट हैपेंड दैट यहाँ पर जो वैल्यूज है यही पिछले वाले में थी, बट इट्स नॉट ऑलवेज नेसेसरी के बी पार्ट में या दूसरे किसी पार्ट में इट विल बी गिविंग द सेम वैल्यूज इन द क्वेश्चन. सो लेट्स क्रिएट द सॉल्यूशन एंड चार्ट ऑल्सो. So here we are taking x and here we will be taking pxi. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. This is according to the question, and the values according to this a is 0, 1, 2 and b is for 3, 4 and 5. Oh, I'm really sorry, this would be b. Sorry, this would be b. So this 0 3, 4, 5. Now we know like b equals to 3a. This is forming the equation 1 because it's given in the question now. It's given in the question, this formula. So according to the same formula we are just putting this, and but we have to calculate something else here. So here I am taking like 3a plus 3b equals to 1. That means b equals to 1 by 4. Like 3a plus 3b, as we have done in the previous one, same it is happening here also. But right now we have to do something else, so accordingly we will be moving. So this is like b, and putting the values accordingly, we will be getting the a equals to 1 by 12 again. So these will be working same, but now the after this main things come according to this particular question, that we have to show that sum of two independent operations. So now let's take that also. So suppose x 3 intersection 5, p 3 intersection 5 plus p 4 intersection 5. Up now you will be like thinking that what is this, why we are taking this. So we are taking those combinations in this particular chart, we are taking those combinations whose value exceed 5, sorry 7. We have to take those combination whose value exceeds 7. So 3 and 5 8, 3 and 5 8, and 4 and 5 9. So those values you have to figure which is exceeding 7, not equal to 7. So it is exceeding 7. So according to these values, according to the chart which we have, now we have to put the values here, like for them. So for them we will be putting the value, and it will be like 1 by 4 into 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4, 1 by 4, because this like arises once a time. So for like here the distribution would be like this. And what we have to, like, then we will be obviously calculating it. So 1 by 16 plus 1 by 16 it will be giving. So 1 by 16 plus 1 by 16, so it will be 2 by 16, and ultimately it will be 1 by 8. So the answer would be 1 by 8 here. So what question was, what actually was asked in the question itself? The question says, determine the probability that the sum of two independent observation of this distribution exceed 7. So the distributions which were exceeding 7, their probability has to be calculated here, and the same we have done now. Okay, so this was like for the dice type of question which we have seen today. And not the dice, sorry, the coin questions we have, like kind of coin questions we have seen today. So like I just want to like wind up for now, but tomorrow we will be moving towards more questions related to dice and the cards in the same probability distribution chapter or unit, you can say. So I will like suggest that we should move towards that tomorrow, because at least you can go through these particular questions and the content by yourself once. So it will be more beneficial and more helpful to learn the things. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, then winding up for now. You will be getting the recording here inside the